Hi everyone, I'm Donna Louise and welcome to my YouTube channel for the love of puzzles. Today I'm doing another speed run of a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle in preparation for a competition I've entered in February 2023. I actually put a post on my community tab here in the YouTube channel asking which one of these two puzzles you'd like to see me speed run next. We had Venice Awaits by Arrow Puzzles and Canal Tour in Amsterdam by Ravensburger. And the winner was Canal Tour in Amsterdam by Ravensburger. So I will be speed running this one next time. I don't want to keep practicing on the same brand because last time for the competition they custom made the puzzles and it wasn't a Ravensburger brand. I don't feel there's any benefit in me just practicing on the same brand, especially Ravensburger, because I have no idea what we are to expect for the competition, so I think it'll be good that I do a different brand next time. But for now, we'll set this one aside, and this is the one we'll be speed running today. I'll put up an image because I left the plastic on, and I know you can get some glare from the cameras and the lights. Basically, I practice my hand twisting technique to remove the plastic, and it seems to be working quite well. So thank you again to whoever was that suggested that to me. Now, it says the artist is Corbis, C-O-R-B-I-S. It's a photograph, which is not my forte, but at least it appears that everything seems to be in focus. Good. I'm going to do my build as I sort technique, concentrating on what I'm going to call and refer to as transition pieces. So if there's a piece that shows building and sky, a definite transition between two parts in the image, I'm going to try to build them as I go. So like along the water here, the boat that matches up with the water. If those pieces appear, try to put them in. I will put the blue sky to the side, just the water pieces over to the side, maybe the trees, and leave them till the end. So I'm going to try to do like the outlines and then fill in the image, if that makes any sense. That's my plan. I never know what I end up doing until I get going. I think this will take me at least 4 hours. I think this is going to be trickier, 4 to 4.5 hours. I know maybe perhaps I overestimate my time. I just like to be realistic, and then I don't disappoint myself if I can do it faster. You'll see the timer on camera, which will be my accurate puzzling timer. I do have another timer on my phone that reminds me I need to reset my cameras about every 30 minutes. So there's a lot going on in the background, but hopefully I won't, mess anything up, and I'll catch everything nicely on camera for you all. But that's my plan. What do you think? The big block areas like the sky, the water, maybe the trees, put them to the side, leave them till the end. Concentrate on the transition pieces between areas in the photograph, and then just build as I go, build as I sort. We'll see how we do. I will dump the pieces in the bottom of the box again. Actually, I think that's a pretty smart move, but I still can't bring myself to just spread them all over on the table. I will make piles. I'll try to put my camera a bit higher so you can get a bit better view of the table. I just don't want to get my head in the shot a lot, but I am going to try to optimize my use of the table and push those piles off to the side to start with so they're not in my way. Strategically placing your pieces on the table when sorting is very helpful. You need room to build, and if they're in your way, that doesn't help you. So you may not see all the pieces on camera all the time. They're just off to the sides, and I'll bring them into view once I'm working with them. So that's my plan. Without further ado, and for the love of puzzles, let's get to speed running this Canal Tour in Amsterdam by Ravensburger.
Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, has more than 100 kilometers of canals, about 90 islands, and more than 1,700 bridges. Many of these bridges can open to let tall ships pass, and around 80 of these bridges are located in the historic canal ring. Much of the Amsterdam canal system is a successful outcome of city planning. In the early part of the 17th century, during the Dutch Golden Age, with immigration rising, A comprehensive plan was put together calling for 4 main concentric half circles of canals with their ends resting on the IJ Bay. Known as the Grachtengordel, 3 of the canals are mostly for residential development. Herrengracht, or Patrician's Canal, Kaisersgracht, or Emperor's Canal, and Prinzensgracht, or Prince's Canal. Sorry, I know I've mispronounced all those. And then there was a 4th outer canal, the Singelgracht, which purposes were for defense and water management. The canals of Amsterdam were added to UNESCO's World Heritage List in 2010 as an example of town planning that influenced the world for centuries. All these canals have led to Amsterdam being called the Venice of the North. Some locals actually live in houseboats on the canals. There are around 3,000 houseboats in Amsterdam. The Dutch love to cycle, and there are more than 800,000 bicycles in Amsterdam. But some can be a bit reckless with them, so every year more than 10,000 bicycles are fished from the canals. You can actually see a lot of bicycles in this jigsaw puzzle. They're small, but they're all along that fence, that metal fence that is a bit hard to see, but trust me, there were a lot of bicycle wheels in the puzzle. Each year, 5.5 million Amsterdam visitors take a canal cruise, making a boat tour of the canals the city's most popular tourist attraction. No visit to Amsterdam is complete without taking to the water, hands down the best way to see the city. Now, those numbers are most likely during times of typical travel without restrictions. Taking a walk along the picturesque canals is also very popular, and during some winters you can even ice skate on the canals. Many people take more than one cruise. A daytime tour is a good introduction, but then a romantic candlelight cruise at night creates another lasting impression. There are many specialty tours as well: dinner cruises, cheese and wine tastings, combination boat tour and museum entrance, so there's plenty to choose from.
3 hours, 42 minutes, 42 seconds. I'm so pleased with that time. I really thought it would take me longer. Now, I did build as I sorted, but only specific areas. The only thing I wonder that I don't know, it may have been faster, is if I would have built the buildings as I sorted them. When I found pieces that were building, I just put them to the side. I basically built the boat, but along the water, and I kept the other boat pieces aside. I built the top, like the transition pieces between the building and the sky. I put the blue sky aside and the white pieces, the cloud aside. I figured out quickly the dark pieces were the bridge. I had them, as well as, it's hard to see on camera, but there's a fence up, but it's like a metal rod fence that's right above the bridge. So I put those pieces aside and I tried to build some as I could go. And the other boat, I think I did really well, though. I'm very pleased. I don't know if I could have been faster if I would have tried to have built the buildings as I sorted out the pieces. I emptied them eventually in the bottom of the box, which then was easy because I could spread out the pieces and pick. Now, I must say, I've gotten a bit better at just picking out pieces when they're all kind of just spread out. So if you saw when I was building the water, now there's a lot of texture, color variation in the water, which is very helpful. I had all the water pieces to the side. I eventually just flipped them all over, spread them out, and I was able to focus and say, oh, I want a darker piece of water or a brighter piece of water. That's not too bad for me. But when it comes to being a lot of pieces of all sorts of stuff mixed together, then it's too much. So I do prefer, doing that initial sort and then picking pieces out from that sort. When I got to the sky, I had a moment of, oh goodness, this is going to take forever. So then I went back to the water, finished off with the sky. Luckily there was darker and the whites and then the lighter blues. And for a bit I thought, oh, this is going to take forever. But eventually I found my rhythm, I got going, and it wasn't too bad. Overall, I think I did amazing. I'm really happy with that. I thought it would take me at least 4 hours or more. And yeah, it's one of those things where if I redid it, I don't think it would be a fair comparison if I built the buildings as I went, because now I'm familiar with the image. So having more knowledge, I would just naturally be faster. But yeah, have you done this jigsaw puzzle? Did you speed run it? What was your time? Let me know. It's a nice puzzle. I enjoyed it, but it's not the type of puzzle I would normally build. I hope you enjoyed the voiceover. I thought I'd find a little bit of information about canals in Amsterdam and the canal tours and what people do. So yeah, that was about it. Not much more to say than that. I still have a few more puzzles that I want to speed run before the competition and practice, but I do think I need to do non-Ravensburger ones just to practice other brands, because as you saw, the seashells from Hinkler took me nearly 5 hours. So that's what I need to do. Luckily with this, I trained myself to try to sit down more, push the pieces out of the way, work more centered, and bring the pieces in closer to me when I needed them. So my back is not anywhere near as sore as it was last time. But there you go, another speed run under my belt. I'm really pleased with the time. If I can keep in the 3 hour category, 3 to 4 hour category, I think that'll be really good for the competition. I'm excited. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. For the love of puzzles, I hope you enjoy my videos. Please consider subscribing. And until next time, ciao!